Hi, this is Greg Lamberson, director of Slime City and Killer Rack. I live in Buffalo, and I really wish I was in Hawaii.
I'm Paul McGinnis. I wrote Killer Rack.
And this is Brooke Lewis, the voice of Killer Rack, and you are catching up with Friday Night Frights.
Killer Rack.
That was awesome.
Killer Rack. The people from Killer Rack.
Is that about boobs?
It's about... This chick is like, oh, I need boobs and give me boobs. Okay, I got boobs now and it eats human flesh. It eats human flesh. It looks awesome.
Shout out to the Dorkening.
The Dorkening, thanks for giving us that intro. And thank you to Greg Lamberson. Greg Lamberson. I'm sorry. I can't read my own handwriting. Paul McGinnis, the writer,
right?
Yeah, writer, and Greg is the director, and the beautiful Brooke Lewis,
the voice.
The voice. Have you guys wait? Hold on.
I'd take a rack that does the dishes, but you know, a killer rack is still cool.
That's Brooke Lewis.
Oh,
she's the voice of the boobies.
Oh,
she might be the stunt boobies too.
She might be the stunt boobies.
I don't know.
I mean, it looked like stunt boobies. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's Friday night.
Boobies.
That means it's Friday Night Frights with your hosts here on KAKU 88.5, the voice of my. I am Killer Cal.
With your host
from KAKU 88.5.
Okay.
Voice of Maui.
All right.
I am Killer Cal.
Yeah.
And you are.
I don't know, who am I.
You lost today. That's Tony Midnight. We have guests today. Are you scared? Well, because the girl's sitting next to you now. Huh? We have the lovely Allie.
I'm Tony Midnight.
Allie and her killer, so you better be careful.
Okay.
And behind Superman himself, we have Bruce.
Hello.
Drink it all, Hennessy.
Drink it all.
So here's the funny thing.
It's a great name.
I know, Bruce Hennessy. We talked about this. There's a funny story. When I first met Bruce, I kind of giggled when they told me his last name, and I thought he might have took it offensive. But the fact that his name is Bruce and the name is Hennessy, there's a Bruce Lee movie called Big Boss or The Chinese Connection. Yeah, and he's
awesome movie.
in the boss's room where they're all having a meeting. He's drinking Hennessy. So I kind of giggled at it. Bruce Lee, Hennessy.
Bruce Lee.
So if you took it offensive, I'm sorry. It was not.
No. I don't get offended that easily. That's awesome. I mean,
I can imagine.
I could say something.
Well, to be said in the same sentence with Bruce Lee is an honor for me. You know,
right? Good.
I have no problem.
That's a good
with that.
pickup line too in a bar. You could be like, "Hey,
hey,
you know who I am? I'm Mr. Hennessy. You want to come home with me tonight?
Hennessy.
You want to take a sip of this Hennessy?
I own this place.
I should be so lucky. I should be so lucky.
So we have Bruce. He's also the owner and proprietor of Omniverse, right?
Comic and movie collectibles, yes, sir.
So today, we're not going to do anything. We're going to let the guests run the show.
Run the show.
So, what you said you had a game plan, right? You have it in your notes.
I have it in my notes.
Okay, what's in your notes, sir? He's afraid of beautiful women.
Where's the beautiful women at? I'm confused.
Allie, it's you. Are we gonna let them go?
Let go. Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Beauty before the beast.
Let's talk about your movies first.
Okay, let's talk about my movies. I want to start out with a movie that was really dear to my heart. It's a movie that I grew up with since I was 12. It's called the Sleepaway Camp series.
Yes. Okay. Sleepaway Camp.
Just like all 12-year-old boys, I wanted to look at little naked girls too on movies when I was 12, and this was a great way to start. You know what I mean? The first movie kind of gets you, in the juice of the story. You got Angela. She goes on a boat ride with her dad, which is kind of scary for me because I have a boat, and it kind of makes me think of my husband running over me. But anyway,
Lamondre. I never known a black guy to drive a boat.
This girl kind of gets a little bit, messed up from her death of her father, and she goes to summer camp and she starts, killing people. which is kind of, I don't know. I mean, I was 12. I grew up in Inglewood, California. We didn't have summer camp, so I was like, I thought
You
that
had
was kinda
ghetto
cool.
camp.
Yeah, and definitely not a camp with a lot of white people at it. So I was like, even really,
Hood camp, yeah, hood
you know.
camp.
So the first movie is really kind of freaking to get you like going with the whole series, and then the second movie, Felicia grew up, and so did her killer rack. Yeah, because it's a really good movie. She becomes the camp counselor in the second.
Oh, well, the twist
Angela.
ending at the.
Well, the twist ending in the beginning.
Different girl than the first one, though.
Yes. Well, actually, because you remember, Angela was actually her brother,
Yeah.
who now is living as
No, it's-
Angela.
no, it's
You know what I
Angela.
mean?
Yeah, just the fact that they showed it.
Yeah,
like,
they showed it,
pan
but-
away,
Yes.
naked, and you're like,
The
oh, you get to
ending.
see hot naked. Oh,
Yes,
there's Ding
and
Ding.
we were like pause on the VHS, you know,
like-
and the lines were coming through the screen, and we couldn't.
like, no, I see a penis.
I stayed home from school today, pretended like I was sick for this.
Parents are at work. I am sick. I am watching Sleepaway Camp. I heard there's nudity.
I
There's a
have
penis.
never. I
It's
have,
like a pillow fight meets
Yeah.
like summer camp. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Meets like a horror movie.
Honestly, I've never heard of it, to be honest.
Really? You have to
Get
watch
out.
it.
I'll have to check it out.
You
Get
have
out,
got to
Bruce.
watch this.
You gotta
No,
watch
it's-
this.
Okay,
It's
I'll
kind
check
of a
into it
it's
for
kind of
sure.
a hidden it's kind of a hidden gem. Like a lot of people, the horror community know about it.
Cult classic.
Yeah, it's a
Cult
classic. In the long lines of "I Spit on Your Grave."
Right.
Okay, that I've seen.
You've
that.
seen now.
Yes.
You wait, the remake or the original?
The original, sir.
Okay, good.
The original.
You have redeemed yourself.
You have
Thank
a
you.
lot
Thank
of
you.
really weird things in the first movie. I mean, you got like the rapist guy
Yeah.
that's the cook. I mean, just all kinds of. But I mean, you look back then, you're like, gosh, you know, movies were really like,
Brutal.
holy
Yeah.
moly, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I kind
And
of
it's
don't.
supposed to be comedy,
Could you
I guess.
imagine? Like, I wonder about the writer and the producer of that movie. I'm like, I probably wouldn't want to be his girlfriend.
Angela was kind of a
Probably
hero,
not.
right? Wasn't she kind of the hero because she was killing off all the really
she was
bad
killing off
people?
bad people,
Yeah, the bad
but
people.
I don't know. Girls
And
that
she-
kill things are
She's
kind
a
of
superhero.
Well, she was a dude technically,
Yeah, she was
She's a superhero.
She was a little messed up in their brain.
but she was
That
cute.
sounds-
I
She
had a
was
crush.
super hot. In
I
the
had a
second
crush
movie.
on her when I first saw the movie until the end. And I went, oh, that's a dude. But then coming to realize that wasn't really a dude.
Right.
It was, they
But see,
kind of.
she wasn't grown up in that movie yet. She was still little and kind of
Yeah.
like awkward. And
Yeah.
in the
Well,
second movie,
teeny
she comes
bopper.
back.
Teeny bopper.
She comes back as the camp counselor in the
Yeah.
second movie.
She got
She's,
everything.
she's
everything.
changed now.
she
and
cut it
she's
off.
better. Yeah.
She cut it
Yeah,
off.
she
She cut it
actually
off.
had the whole surgery.
She
Which
had the
I
surgery.
also find it interesting that back in the 80s, we were talking about that. Like, I don't know, Caitlyn Jenner is just like making that famous now. So,
Yeah.
you know.
What do you mean famous now?
Well, I
That-
mean, you
it's-
know, it's not like we
Well,
really
for a
talked
while.
about it all
I've
that
got
much.
tons of friends that are transgender.
Sure. Oh, yeah, me too.
And, but it takes Bruce Jenner.
But in
sorry,
the
Bruce.
1980s,
No problem.
we weren't really, you know what I mean? In the 1980s, it wasn't
I'm
so.
friends with his friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of disheartening. Like I mean, big ups to Caitlyn
Right.
for bringing it in the forefront. But why did they have to take? I mean, I know we're switching subjects here, but it kind of
I know, but you know what I mean? Like,
So we'll
it
talk
was
about
a
this on
little
Shaggy's
crazy,
show
yeah.
or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
It was a little
But
crazy.
anyways, next movie.
So then, the third of that series is Sleepaway Camp 3. She comes back as now a demented camp counselor.
Yeah.
Right, in the third movie. Now everybody kind of knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of running from her. And
She
then
just-
after that.
Just change her hair color in that
Yeah,
one.
like
she
after
went
that-
blonde.
Is it all the same actresses though?
No,
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 they
no.
switch it up?
No, they did switch it
2
up.
and
in
3
the
was
last
was the same person,
Yeah.
but the first one was like.
two. Yeah,
I
it
want to
was
know
like
what
a little
happened to
girl.
her because she was actually cute.
Oh,
She was
Felicia
really,
Rose?
yeah,
Yeah.
Felicia Rose. She was really hot back then.
Yeah,
so.
she was. Like I had a crush on her.
Yeah.
As much as
I
much as
know.
it
I had a
perverted
crush on her too.
as I am, I had a
Wow,
crush.
That's
she's
her
still
now.
that young now, huh? I'm shocked.
She's like 3
Wow.
kids. She's like a mother and everything. And she's still touring the. She's still doing horror. She's doing horror conventions. She's in new horror movies and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Nice.
That purple dress.
Yeah, that's not so Camp Sleepaway, is it?
Sleep away my camp. Oh, sorry, honey.
Sleep
My
away,
wife is
man.
watching this.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Nice tea, I tell you right now.
Just slide it on down, won't you?
Automatic.
Wow. Return to Sleepaway
Wait.
Camp. It was out like since 2000. I don't know.
12 or something.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah,
But did she
Still cool.
return in reprise her role as in?
I think she does. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
She's
I'm not
probably
gonna
gonna be
say-
a
I'm
little
not gonna
let
say-
down from when she was
Yeah.
back then.
I'm not
and we were
gonna
like,
say where she
wow.
pops up in the movie, but
Oh, she
up.
popped up though.
Yeah, she popped up.
Well, she's not
Wah,
popping
wah.
up anymore. She was 20 at that time. She's sagging down low today.
Be respectful, man. She's a friend of mine.
Is she?
I'm a friend of her on
I'm
Facebook,
not being
man.
disrespectful. I had a crush on her.
You had a crush
when
on
the
her?
movie came out, I was like, man, she got this nerdy look.
Yeah.
You know,
One of
kinda-
these days, we're gonna go
She was
to.
a little scary, but then she took her top off, and we were like, who cares about her face?
Well, I didn't really. Well, I was
When she
raging
take her
hormones.
top off?
She did take her top off in that movie.
When?
In 2.
Oh, that's a different girl.
No, I'm talking about the original.
Oh, okay.
Original.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
The first girl. I always I had a crush on.
Really? You did?
Oh, you're talking about Pamela Springsteen, the one who played
Oh,
Angela.
yes,
yeah.
Pam. Yeah, exactly. That's who I'm talking about.
She's
Right.
cute
Right.
and
Bruce's
psycho.
sister.
And Psycho.
Yeah.
You friended her on
That's
Facebook?
She
always-
had like no.
That's how it always is, though. We're always a little cute and a little psycho.
Yeah.
Is it true that girls run in packs of psychos?
No,
and-
no, I don't hang out with girls. No, seriously, I don't. Like, I don't have any chick friends at all.
Look who she's hanging out today with, man. Come on.
I hang out with guys.
Oh.
Oh, guys.
She's like,
Girls don't like me. I don't know why.
okay, so you like to sleep away.
Yeah, so that was my first, and then the next series of movies. Well, the next movie that I really loved coming up was Christine.
Christine.
Yeah, that's,
Come
one
on.
of my favorites too.
I mean, like, I grew up in a car house and like car guys, so it's like
That
it's like
Plymouth
My Strange
Fury.
Addiction
Yeah.
meets like a scary car that
It would
wants
have
to
been
kill
a
people.
completely different movie if the car talked to him.
Yes, it wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It was more like a
The fact that-
possession, you know?
Yeah, but the car was possessed by a spirit that loved the guy, right? Or
Right.
something.
And so then the second owner who purchased the car got cooler
Yeah.
the more he had the car
Yeah.
and tried to fix it up. You
but he
know,
also got
then-
a little bit more off the rails as well.
Yeah,
he
because
did.
he was
yeah,
falling-
He got a
I
little bit
like-
crazy.
I like to
Yeah.
think it's Christine like a succubus car.
Succubus.
It's
Speaking
feeding off of his
succubus, I love
energy.
your headphones, by the way.
Yeah.
Very retro.
Hearing test. Get ready. Beep. Beep.
I feel like I own Christine because my car breaks down a lot.
But Christine never broke down.
Yeah,
She fixed herself, right?
Yeah.
While
Fixed
he
herself.
fixed
You're
her-
right.
yeah.
When those guys came in and
Thanks for
demolished
saving
her,
that.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got
right.
that was an awesome scene, man. Like, oh,
and he comes in,
Yeah,
he's all
that was-
depressed, looking at the car, and
And the
he's
thing-
all right, show me.
yeah, and then
And she just
Yeah.
and the camera,
Amazing.
the camera just has this swing pan, and it's
Yeah.
oh, it's awesome.
yeah.
You know how many Christines there are in the mainland when they have these big car shows?
Ton,
Really?
Tons,
Tons?
yes.
Really? I
but
didn't know that.
there's
The,
none.
the
there-
Plymouth Fury itself is you know, it's a sought after car, but you
and they always paint it to look like
Red.
the Christine.
Red
the
and
Christine-
white.
yeah.
Right.
But the thing is,
Awesome.
where is the original Hollywood Christine?
Good question.
Okay.
'Cause I know they had like 4 models.
He's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
at Jay Leno's house.
Jay Leno
Jay
probably
Leno
owns
has
one
one.
of them.
I really do
Jay
think he
Leno.
probably does because he has like 70
Alright,
classic cars.
Yeah, because there are a lot of car collectors, famous people who
Yeah.
have money and who have cars, and
Yeah.
They're
Right.
basically
like the
rich
Batmobile
hoarders.
or the,
Rich
the
hoarders.
you know,
Rich hoarders,
The
yeah.
counting guys.
It's
The
so
guys
much-
from,
If you were a
Counting
millionaire,
cars.
wouldn't you buy like Kit? Knight
no.
Rider?
No. I wouldn't buy Kit.
You-
I would
you
buy.
would get
I would
Christine.
get Christine. I would get if I could get the truck from was it
Maximum
Maximum
Overdrive?
Overdrive.
Really?
What
The
else?
Green Goblin
Mad
truck?
Max. Yeah. Mad Max. The Mad Max vehicle. I would get that one. That's the cars I would seek out. And believe it or not, some of the Fast and Furious vehicles.
How about the Turbo Interceptor? From the great Charlie Sheen movie, The Wraith.
Oh, you don't want to sit
Yes.
in that car.
Yes.
It's a little dirty.
Yes. Wait.
It's a little dirty.
Wait.
His car's a little dirty. You don't
Bro,
want to
well, I don't want Charlie Sheen's one, but the one the
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah the one
Turbo
he
Interceptor, yeah.
the one he drove the prototype.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was just a frame. Most people
No,
don't.
that's the only one in existence.
Yeah.
They were real, but they're serious about that.
Yeah, it was a concept vehicle, and the designers liked it, so they used it in Wraith. They're like, we want to use it. So it was just a shell that went over a
Yeah.
I can't remember what chassis, but it was used in a lot. They made several
Kind
shells.
of like a Lamborghini thing. Why are we talking about cars?
I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that would be that
Look,
definitely
is
would be a
that-
car I'd get.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you
so
know what
Christine,
I mean? So yeah, Christine. And then my last movie, I drove on a city bus to Hollywood to watch this movie when I was 15.
A city bus?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Let's
let me tell you
do
something. I grew up in Inglewood,
have it?
California until I was 15 years old when I eventually moved to Hawaii. There are not a lot of white people in that
Wait,
area. So.
Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll.
Takes me back, man.
But listen
It,
closely.
it gives you the tingles.
Yes.
Oh
With
my lord, I
Susan
got the
Sarandon.
vapors.
Vapors.
Control.
To make you want. Makes you want to be. Makes you want to be feminine for some reason.
You know,
Oh, sorry.
Put lipstick. Why did you do that?
Sorry, I thought it was going right into the chorus. My bad. All right.
Just a
Jump
jump
to the left.
All right, I'll turn it down.
I'm
sorry.
telling you, that was like it was
you go in costume?
pandemonium.
You okay, Bruce?
Oh,
Sorry.
fine.
Sorry.
No, I didn't go in costume. No, but I grew up not in an area with a lot of white people or white people that wore women's underwear and lipstick.
How you know?
So I totally was interested in this movie. It
You
does kind of creep me out though that Susan Sarandon was in the movie, because now I'm like, ugh.
Well,
You see
Tim
her little
Curry.
effort
though.
Damn it, Janet.
Tim Curry was good.
Yeah.
Tim Curry.
There was a lot of good people in that movie.
Right, that's his name.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, right?
Yeah. Why question me?
I'm just asking because sometimes I say names wrong and you're always like, really?
Really? Really?
And I really had no idea about this movie before I got down there. They were like, oh,
And
yeah, we're
Meatloaf.
going. And I was like, the Rocky Horror. I was like, okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, wow.
love Meatloaf.
I'm like, well, I'm never going
Meatloaf
home.
was in the movie, right?
Meatloaf
Yeah,
was in that movie.
Meatloaf.
Yeah.
He played the biker, right?
Yeah.
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah. Could you imagine going on your honeymoon to that place?
You know, people get married in the theme of Rocky
Rocky
Horror
Horror
Picture
Picture
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that. That's kind of trippy.
That's just so
And
weird.
the groom dresses in Tim Curry's costume,
Oh yeah, no. I would not want to see
And,
my
what-
husband
and
dressed
what the
like
girl would be like, what, Columbia?
something like that.
that.
Yeah. They choose a character, but most of the time the guys. I've seen some instances in photos where guys dress as Meatloaf, and then they do the traditional, the two, the nerdy guy and the
Yeah.
chick, but in most of the time it's Tim Curry's outfit.
That's it. I'm having
I've
a.
also never been able to watch a musical after I watched this show movie.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
I
no
don't
other
like
musical.
music. It's like too musically, a little
Really?
bit.
So you tell me you never
No, I
watched.
love this movie, but I mean after that, like I couldn't watch like movies with like singing and dancing.
You can't watch Sweeney Todd.
No.
Like that's like the infamous horror film, horror musical next to Phantom of the Opera. But
I don't know. Maybe
Sweeney
I didn't
Todd.
see it.
Sweeney
Yeah, no, I
Todd's
didn't
about
see
this
that.
barber who goes
Uh-huh.
to get revenge and ends up opening a shop below a meat store.
Okay.
And it has this like partnership with the meat store owner
Uh-huh.
or meat pies, and she couldn't sell meat pies to save her life. So he ends up cutting the throat of his victim, sliding him down, and she makes meat pies out of these human bodies. And it sells
well
like
then.
hotcakes.
Well then.
And it's Johnny Depp.
Well, the
Cool.
movie adaptation has Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
He sings.
Yeah, but
He sings.
the play is really
Wow.
is what got me when I watched it for the first time
I
here.
gotta check that out.
Yeah,
Now,
Sweeney Todd.
wasn't. Well, it's not based on an actual events or
It's
similar. I thought
supposedly
that's what I heard at one
it's
point.
supposedly supposed to have been the barber of I can't remember. Can't remember the storyline.
Don't remember.
Can't remember. It's
Don't
like
remember
Jack the
that.
Ripper, but there was a barber that was killing people and supposedly giving
Demon barber.
the cadavers to a bakery for meat pies.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a restaurant lady downstairs. He had a barbershop upstairs, and he had this thing where it's the chair. After he slices the guy's throat, the chair opens up into a trap door. The body slides all the way down into a pit where the lady where
And grind.
she rips the clothes off. She takes the
Oh.
money from the pockets, and just starts chopping
And
them up.
she became
Wow.
a very the meat pies sold like hotcakes. Like people like great meat pie, mom.
She was like Paula Dean.
Oh, it's
You gotta watch. It's really gory too. Like it's bloody.
Oh, yeah, I
and
like that.
horrific.
I like
Yeah.
that.
You guys gotta cook it with a little butter.
A little booty. All right, so we've got Your top 5.
Yep, those are my top 5.
Let's go down it again. Your first one was Sleepaway Camp, the series, right?
Yep, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Christine.
Christine and
the Rocky
Rocky
Horror
Horror
Picture
Show.
Show.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome. Good picks, by the way.
Hey.
Good pick.
Those are really, there's so many, but like,
There's
those
so
are
many.
just like the beginning of my life when I was watching
Yeah.
scary movies and I was, growing up.
I'm stunned there was no sci-fi in there. I'm hurt.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do watch sci-fi.
No, but that's all right. I get it. I get it.
I thought
I
it
know, I
horror
understand.
movies.
No, I know. I get
Yeah,
it.
there's some horror movies.
No, I get it. I understand. That's right.
Yeah.
Bruce Hennessy, owner and
Bruce
proprietor Omniverse Comics
And movie collectibles.
and movie
Movies
collectibles. Check. You have a website?
Actually, we are on Facebook right now. We had a website. We took it down. We're redoing it. It should be back up. I can't say exactly when. My other half, my partner, is my girlfriend. Actually, does the business end of it, so she's gonna take care of that. But
So
we're
you're just
gonna
the
have it up.
face of Omniverse.
I'd like to think of myself as the Stanley of Omniverse. Yes.
Stanley, yes. Awesome sauce. So, anyways, you got some movies. I
Actually,
noticed.
Yeah, I do.
And I believe there's a sci-fi one in there.
Oh, yeah.
Ha ha.
And a couple or a few Vincent Price in there.
Yeah.
There, Mr. Midnight. That's
There
up
are
your
so,
alley.
so many sci-fi movies that I love and grew up with that mean a lot to me. That in different points in my life that I watch them and I see the movie and it takes me back to that time. So this one
Wearing
here
the shirt.
is, I know Mr. Midnight. We talked a while back about Dr. Phibes, a Vincent Price movie, and I wasn't sure if he'd seen the second one, Rise.
The Rise of. I've seen it. Just I forget the whole storyline of it.
Actually, you know what? This one here, now that I look at it, I grabbed the wrong one. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is the first one. I have the
Abominable.
second one. Yeah, I meant to bring the second one. I realize now I brought the first one,
Okay.
which Mr. Midnight's already seen. I will bring the second one for you to check out, though.
I love this movie though.
The movie's pretty
It's
good.
good, and
Yeah.
the sequel is good. Didn't the sequel take place like in a desert at one point where there's a
Yeah.
tomb out there?
Yeah, it's got a lot of cool scenes in it. Because you remember how the first one was, how he killed people?
Yeah.
It was all these different odd ways that they died, And the same thing continues in the second one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's another horror guy who was in some vampire movies who plays like his kind of rival
Yeah.
for this
Christopher Lee?
serum or something that will
Oh
make you live forever.
no.
Was it Christopher Lee?
No, I think it's the guy
No.
that played Count Yorga.
Yes, Count
Yeah.
Yorga. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
That's the guy, Count Yorga. He
I
plays
can't
in it.
think of his name, but I remember him as Count Yorga.
Oh, you were-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's him. And
Oh.
I really thought I grabbed the second one, but I apparently grabbed the
That's
first
right.
one, so I apologize.
It's all right. It's all right. People make mistakes. You
But
forgive
yeah,
it.
Fives Rise
We're
again.
not like
Fives-
we're not like your other guys. Oh, by the way, he is part of Nerd Watch.
I'll put up
Yes,
a
I am a
post-
Nerd Watch
he's
member.
He's a Nerd Watch guy. Doesn't talk much because they don't allow him to talk.
Go figure.
But you know what? You're welcome to our show and you can talk all you want, brother.
I appreciate that. You
So,
know, I love sci-fi, fantasy, horror. I have a lot of movies
Maybe
I've
we
been
should
collecting
recruit
a
him
long
over.
time.
Recruit him over. Screw
I would
Nerd
love
Watch.
to
No,
come
I'm just
and
kidding.
sit in with you guys anytime you want me. I'll be here.
All right, cool. So yeah, don't forget Nerd Watch is right before us. You guys probably just watched it. Nerd Watch is on from.
Watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're listening.
Oh yeah,
It's on radio.
That's
Hello.
Right. Oh, didn't they do?
Hello.
Didn't
We
they film?
do.
They were
do-
watching in their minds.
We film it. We sometimes do Periscope. We do the podcast, and
Yeah.
we do the radio show.
Nice. Okay, so
Cool.
if you guys just heard it on the radio,
It's on the radio. 7 Nerd Watch on your Friday Nerd Block, and then at 8 us. Right here in
Yay.
KAKU 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui.
hey, I'm volleying these for you, man. I'm waiting you to spike it down.
What?
Good job. The lead-ins for the call letters.
Oh yeah.
You've been awesome with it lately. You've been slacking.
Before we get to your first, your number 4, I just want to say,
Number 2.
listen to no. Oh, that was number 1.
That's number 1.
Oh, I did it backwards. Okay. Sorry.
It's all good.
But
420, dog. 420.
let's I want to promote real quick.
Promote something. Go ahead.
Suzanne Kyan's new show on
Maui
Wednesdays.
Zan.
Wednesdays at 2 p.m. right
2
here on
p.m.
KKU 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui.
She just premiered yesterday, right? I mean, not yesterday.
Oh, she's been on for a while, I think. A couple, a couple
Did
weeks
she do
now.
a couple shows already? Cool.
Yeah, we gotta go on the show.
Yeah, she's been not nagging.
She said she's gonna find me a girl.
Yes.
I'm
But
like,
too late. We found you one.
yeah.
He's
Here.
already married. He's taken. Sorry,
Taken.
I miss horrible
Horror
wife.
white. It's my horror
I was
white.
his horrible wife.
Horrible wife.
Yeah, okay. At number 4 for you, you got Silver Bullet. We were talking
Yeah,
just
Stephen
talking
King.
about this.
Silver
We
Bullet.
were just talking
Yes.
about this on our werewolf episode.
It's a Stephen
Yes.
King. I believe
Yeah,
it's
sorry, I
a
missed
Stephen
it.
King movie. I like that.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet, people. Yeah, I did the whole joke. You know, the one with the bar. Hey, jackass, bring me a beer.
Well, you keep
You never
calling
know
it
one
just-
from Gary Busey's joke.
Oh
the
yeah,
movie.
yeah. I haven't seen the movie in a
What?
while, but yeah,
Why
he was great in that movie.
why you let that guy call you jackass? He always call me that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's pretty.
But yeah, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
This is a great movie. I mean, at the beginning, people think, you know, that the guy that died on the train track was just, you know, an average old drunk. No, he got his head torn off by a werewolf.
Right.
Muncha.
And it's gory too. There's some nice, strategically placed moments of gore. You know, it really is horror.
As well as the gags, you know, there's a
Yeah.
couple of cool gags. In
I
there.
mean,
I thought
Stephen
Gary
King.
Busey was fantastic in it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Stephen King. Stephen King.
Stephen
Anything
King.
Stephen King touches, it's going to be awesome.
Like we were
Yeah.
just talking about Christine a few minutes ago.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and yeah,
We
he's-
gotta do a Stephen King episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
we must do one. Hopefully, he's on Maui visiting again.
Oh, that'd be nice.
When he comes here.
I could just imagine how kind of creepy he is, though, in his mind. Like, could you like really be in a relationship with a guy that makes such deep, like, dark stuff? Like, could you like, get in a fight with him on Friday night, and he's like,
No, but you know what's
And he
funny?
just morphs into something
like,
else.
you're like, I'm
No,
sorry,
but-
I didn't make you steak.
I'm
I
gonna
only
bury
made
you
chicken.
in the pet cemetery.
No, you know,
Yeah,
wait. Here's the funny thing about Stephen King. He's actually really, really nice and religious.
Really?
Believe it or not, he's a religious guy.
religious.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
like Hope Chapel, like hallelujah.
He's a Christian.
Christian man.
A lot of his stuff is new stuff has got religious tones to it.
I wonder how those people feel about that.
But here's the funny thing: is like, oh, you made me mad. Nah, and so it's writing, and then you show it in the next movie. Look, it's that's me, ain't it?
Yeah, right.
I'm dying, ain't I?
You get in a
Yes.
fight and he's there, and you're like, "What are you writing about, honey?" Oh, nothing.
Nothing. She dies in a blender. She dies in a blender.
You know what I
Jesus,
heard
take the
recently?
wheel.
Can you think of anything that could possibly scare Stephen King?
I don't know.
No, he
Childbirth?
stayed in the hotel for The Shining.
Yeah.
Chill.
Now that's a creepy movie in itself.
That's
but,
why he
me.
wrote it.
but I heard that you know the
hasn't
movie
written
that's
about
out right now called The Witch.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
I
I'm
have
sure you
not.
have.
I've seen trailers for it.
From what I understand, he stated that was one of the scariest movies. It even scared him. The
Yeah.
Witch.
Wow.
Really?
And to scare a
Wow.
guy
But
who's
we
put
were
out so many horror
right.
movies.
Didn't we both
I haven't
see-
heard about that movie.
You haven't heard
Oh,
about
I
it?
gotta see it
Oh.
now. If it's
I've seen previews to it, and I was like, interesting.
Let's go watch it.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
After Superman versus Batman.
I'm gonna be in Vegas, ding dong.
I know, ding dong.
Okay, number 3 for your pick, sir. I've never seen this one.
It's a good one. It's a classic, I think. You know, it's Vincent Price, Tab Hunter.
Tab Hunter.
Great special effects. You know,
What?
back in those days when they all the sets were really vivid color.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
purples and greens and, you know,
Is
the
that the underwater one?
mood lighting.
War
was really
Gods
nice.
of the
Yeah.
Deep.
Yes.
Fantastic
Have you seen this
movie.
one?
Yeah.
I seen it once.
Once I think it was on like maybe back in the day, like Monster Vision,
Yeah,
or yeah, like
I think it was on Up USA Up All
Halloween,
Night.
AMC Halloween. No, Up All Night didn't show old
I
movies.
swear that's where I saw that.
No, you did not.
Oh, what
maybe
was
no,
another-
maybe it was Commander USA's Groovy
Yeah,
Movies.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I
you
know I
never-
saw it on
you
one of
remember-
those.
You remember Commander USA's Groovy Movies back in the day?
No, sir, I don't.
Oh my God, he premiered. This is the guy where this is where I got my horror fix on Saturday mornings after the cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
He played Basket Case. He played all the Godzilla movies. He played Vincent Price movies. It was a trip.
No, I'm sorry, I missed out on that.
It's kind of like USA's version of
Back in the
Chiller Theater.
Wait, I
80s.
want to know that you watch cartoons and then horror movies came on like right after.
Yeah.
Oh,
USA
Awesome.
Network
I
back
don't
in the day.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
USA
I don't
Network.
either, but awesome.
I watched like the Soul Train after cartoons.
Oh, the
Well, you remember USA had they were
American
like,
Bandstand.
they were kind of innovative at that time back in the
Elvira.
80s and 90s.
Alvaro.
Yeah,
They did,
Elvira
uh,
was. Yeah, she
They
came
did
on.
Dance Party USA. It's a bunch
No.
of kids dancing and
Yeah.
they had musical guests and,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So kind of pre MTV. I mean MTV was out, but you know they did this live kind of
What are you
like
talking
American
about?
Bandstand.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Dance Party USA on the USA
Oh,
Network,
Dance Party USA.
where Kelly Ripa was discovered.
Oh, Ripper.
Believe it or
Ooh,
not.
the Ripper.
Never followed that
Pippa.
one.
Yeah,
And then you could they had all the cool cartoons, and then
Then horror came
the
on.
horror one. I was like,
Yeah.
you had
It wasn't necessarily horror, but what he showed were like these old horror movies.
cult
Yeah.
classics.
Cool.
I would say. I mean,
And
for-
Cult
Command,
classics.
the whole idea of Commander USA is he's a retired superhero
yeah.
that shows bad movies or in like old, scary, low budget movies. You know, and he would have a puppet. His hand puppet was his hand. All he did was
Right.
draw a smiley face.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, how's it going?
Didn't he have an arch enemy or somebody that tried to ruin his day?
I forget. I think there was. Yeah.
That guy
Ruin his
pulls
day
up
on
into
every
a car.
episode.
He pulls
Something
up in
like
a car next to you, like, "Hey,
Hey.
want to come with Uncle?
Oh,
You want to get in the car with Uncle?"
I want to get in
got
a car with
candy.
Uncle. Oh my God.
You're like, "No."
All
I
right,
don't.
next movie.
Okay, next movie. Wait. The Fog.
The Fog. The Fog was
Fog.
a great movie.
I love that movie.
That movie was so good.
I love
Yeah.
that versus the remake.
What remake?
The Fog.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with the remake.
To me, the remake does not exist. This is the one.
Right.
Remake.
And there's
This
also a movie called
sucked.
The Mist, also, which I think is
What?
kind of a takeoff on The Fog.
I
yeah.
hated it. That's just
And did
It
you see
was-
the Smog?
Yeah, it was-
Small.
That came out in
hated the
LA.
ending.
yeah, it could have been better.
The ending
LA's
was so
got a-
sad.
LA's got a what you call their own horror movie called The Smog.
Yeah.
The
The
Smog.
Smog.
Yeah, you ever heard of it?
Or the Fog.
Yeah, right.
Over here we got The Vogue.
Yeah, it would be The Fog in Hawaii, for sure.
But yeah, The Fog is an awesome horror movie. John
Yeah.
Carpenter,
On now.
Yeah.
Adrian
The Thing.
Barbeau.
Adrian. Oh.
Something for everybody in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There is something for everybody.
there's
in this
something for
movie.
everybody in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Adrian Barbeau in Swamp Thing?
Yes, I did. I own that one.
I was gonna ask
Rated
you.
PG. Rated PG, but
Well, back then PG.
Yeah, what was PG back in
what
the
was PG
80s?
back then?
Boobs
Parental
were allowed.
guidance.
Side,
PGs were
yeah,
like, if your
nip
parents
She
are
was
home,
only
you
she was
can-
only washing herself off in the swamp.
Yeah,
right?
you know.
You know,
Nothing wrong with that.
but
Just like what we do every
all done it.
weekend.
yeah.
we've all done it.
So if you guys don't know the premise of The Fog is about a town in where is it? Washington.
I believe it's. I thought it was like in
Upper East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
East
coastal
Coast.
town. Coastal town. It's a
Right.
coastal town.
Right, and it's about
Like
a
New
old
English
ship
type.
that crashed that had treasure in it, right?
Yeah,
And
the people
got
cursed.
They got cursed. They cursed treasure, and they took the treasure and melted into its big cross.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
That
messed
version-
up on that one.
Well,
but they stole it. They stole it from a ship full of leopard pirates or something like that.
Right.
Right,
And
right, right.
It was supposed to be a goodwill thing, but they ended up the ship crashed. I believe they did it on purpose.
yeah,
They got
purposely
greedy
crashed.
and they wanted the gold or whatever.
Yeah.
So instead of helping the lepers out, which I believe was all their all worldly possessions, whatever, all they had or whatever,
Right.
and instead of it, going to where it was supposed to go, where they were supposed to go, some people on board decided to keep the stuff.
Screw
and
you, lepers!
the
I'm gonna
ship
take
got
your
wrecked.
stuff.
Yeah,
You're gonna die anyway.
We're
Let me take
getting
your
rid of
stuff.
those lepers, man. Taking their stuff and we're taking out.
But the special effects,
Yes,
blew me
for
away
at
in
that time,
you know?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
That scene
Yeah.
where the kid is hiding in his room and the fog is
Yeah.
coming and you can see it underneath his
the
door.
light at the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah,
and-
dude.
Oh my god.
I
that
was
freaks me
like,
out.
every time I was in my room, I'm like, light goes on. Is there
Right?
fog? Is there fog?
There's a fog.
And I
Yeah,
swear
right.
to
Fog's
God, my
coming.
grandma at the time she used to smoke. She'd be,
Oh, just to mess with you, huh?
yeah, like, that smells like cigarettes, grandma.
You can't fool me.
But it would freak me out. The light goes on, and I just see this cloud. No, I don't have your treasure. But yeah, man, it was awesome. I love them. That's one of my favorite. Next to The Thing, which is my first
Oh, The
favorite
Thing, yeah,
John
yeah,
Carpenter
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of all time for sure.
Fog would come out. Then when I heard they did a reboot remake which does not exist in the
The
world
what?
of Tony Midnight.
The
So
what?
Exactly
The
right.
what?
I went and watched it, and I was like horribly, horribly disappointed.
Really?
Like, why? Why would you? Now they're dancing. They're was it reincarnated souls of the lepers that was on the boat or something like that? Like what? Really? They could have taken what John Carpenter had
I mean, it,
and made
yeah.
it 10 times
Better,
more better
yeah.
with the
More
graphics.
updated,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're more
No.
updated.
Right.
It was just sad. It's a
No.
sad retake.
What are you
remake.
talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right. Exactly.
Now your number one film.
Number one.
The people that time forgot.
Yes.
Oh,
the
Story of
sequel
My
to The
Life.
Land That Time Forgot.
Oh my God! What's the name of the
Yeah, I
chick in this movie?
The name of the girl in it, she's famous. I can't think of it right now, but it's on there.
It's either Sarah
think of her name
Douglas
at the
or
moment,
Dana
sorry.
Gillespie, but
Dana Gillespie. Gillespie.
yeah, like throughout the
Is
whole
she?
movie, she's like the cave woman.
Yeah.
She's the cave woman.
I think she's done that role many times though.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the other girl, the one that came with them initially on the boat.
No, I'm
Oh, I
talking
bet
about
she
I'm talking
came,
about the
alright.
I'm talking about the one with the boobs.
the hot cave girl. Okay,
The
gotcha.
hot cave girl, that one.
Hey, what am I doing in the movie?
Yeah.
That was like me.
Who is that? He's like,
cave girl.
Which way did he go, George? Which way
Sabala.
did he go?
This
thanks
surefire
a
box
lot,
office
George.
attraction, LA Free Press, delivers a daring, diabolical, dinosaur-laden fantasy adventure that's packed with hair-raising beasties and erupting fire.
I'm sure that's a Commander USA movie as well.
And one scantily clad cave girl.
Yeah, and what's scantily clad.
But you
Gotta
don't
have
hear
it.
you don't
Gotta have
hear
one.
Gotta have one.
you don't
right.
hear those kind of reviews anymore.
No, you don't.
Because really, in horror movies, would you ever want to see like a really ugly chick get killed?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I think
Yeah.
the hotter the chick, the better for me. I'm
The
I'm
hotter the
married to a
chick.
man, but if I'm gonna look at a chick, I want her to look good.
no, I want
Yeah.
the ugly one. No,
Oh, like my auntie getting killed.
but,
like,
but
whoa.
for real, no, like
I gotta show this. I gotta show her Sorority House Massacre. Too.
oh,
Oh, I saw that movie.
Oh my God, we're
course I
talking
saw
about.
that movie.
How about just take a shower? Take a shower. You know, I'll change into my lingerie right here in the living room.
Yeah, because that's what we did in the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the girls
Really?
did that. in the
Yeah.
really, really.
Never. Not,
I'm like, really,
not
you at
want
any
to
of my
show
sleepovers?
sleepovers. Not at any
You're
of
in
my
a room full of
sleepovers.
dudes. You want to show us those?
80s. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is wow.
Awesome.
It's an
movie.
old
I gotta
movie.
check this out.
But like I was saying, you don't hear those kind of reviews
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
any type of DVDs, Blu-rays. You don't hear those kind of reviews.
Not anymore.
And I think they're
No.
cool. Those reviews. I mean, you know, it's nostalgic in a
Yeah.
sense, and you
Right.
know,
It's very descriptive. It
Yeah.
makes you want to watch
exactly. It draws you into wanting to check it out.
it.
You
Right.
know?
Okay.
Bro.
1977, this movie came out.
I was all of
Yeah,
4
that's
years
awesome.
old.
I saw it in the theater and I was blown away when I saw that.
Really?
You know, because
You would-
I was a dinosaur nut from way back.
Oh,
Where'd you
know,
go
I-
see? Where'd you go to see this?
I was in New England at the time. I was living in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Drive it.
Nice.
I went to it was a movie house.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could have seen it.
Oh, the
at
old
drive-in.
school movie houses with the balconies and everything.
Yeah.
Oh
it was
my
pretty
God.
cool.
Cool.
They don't
enjoyed
exist
it.
anymore.
What time? You said you time checked, right?
What about?
You said time check.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
How much time we got?
You know, we have a lot of time here on KAKU 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui. Now, this is your honorable
it.
mention, I believe. You
Yeah,
had
you
picked
said
this one. This
5, but I brought 6 because
is got
that's
6.
one
This,
of my favorites.
I love this movie.
Yes.
that movie
Dragon
rocks.
Slayer.
I haven't. Is that the one with the sword?
Classic.
This one with the guy with the spear and the wizard.
But the sword, doesn't it? The sword like split in half or shoot out or something.
What?
Or am I thinking about
I don't
different
remember
dragon?
You're
that.
thinking about something
You're thinking of the
different.
gnome stick. That was last
Yeah,
year.
that's no-
Yeah, no.
But this is the one where, yeah. Oh my God, this movie, it's PG, but towards the end with the little dragons, and they're eating that girl.
Yeah,
it gets a
I
little.
was like, whoa.
didn't expect that.
I didn't
Right,
expect
right.
that, like, oh yeah, oh that's a dragon, it's bad, and there was the babies, and then all of a sudden, like they're chewing off her hand,
and you're like,
they're like,
mm.
and then they're playing with it.
Hate when that happens.
I hate when
Yeah.
that
Like,
happens.
who
I
wrote
hate
that
when-
into the movie?
I had
like-
to.
Somebody who was mad at the girl, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Hal Barwood.
You
It was
wrote
Hal.
Hal. Screw you, Hal.
Jeez, Hal. You and your eating of ladies' hands and stuff.
Had a hand
Wasn't that the
fetish, I guess.
cave full of little baby dragons?
Yeah, little baby
and
dragons.
she fell
yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
then they're trying to munch on her.
Yeah, it's a real good movie.
What
Yeah.
would you say if they remade this now with today's CGI effects?
I think it would be good, but I notice a lot of the movies now when they do remakes, they try to
Yeah.
add like too much comedy to it,
Right.
and it takes
sometimes they
away
put- yeah.
from the horror aspect.
It'll
From it.
turn
Too
out to be like
much
a
shock
content.
value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they put way too much content too. Not only just
Right.
comedy. If they take the comedy out, they put way too much content. And you're sitting there going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
wow.
I don't mind
I'm
the
gonna take a
comedy
nap.
mixed in, but if it's a monster movie or a sci-fi horror movie, a few gags here and there.
did you
are
watch
cool.
Turbo Kid?
I have not seen that.
Great movie.
Yes.
But you're basically
stick.
watching it right now because you're hanging out with me. I am the girl from that movie.
Yeah, she looks like the girl from the movie.
Really? I actually haven't even heard of it. Turbo.
Turbo Kid.
It was,
Super
made,
good
it
movie.
was made last year. It
Okay.
has Michael
So-
Ironside in it.
Oh, I like
but
it.
it's like a
It's like
retro
in the 80s.
throwback
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
80s way of making
Just
films.
think of like
All
Mad
your toys
Max.
from
Mad,
the 80s.
It's like Mad Max but with BMX bikes.
Yeah. And all your old 80s stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
Yeah.
movie. That came.
That sounds good. I'm a big Mad Max fan. I can
It's
get
on.
into
It's
that.
on
You'd
Netflix.
like it.
All right, I'll have to check that
It's
out.
a
Yeah.
great movie.
Thank you.
Really good.
Cool.
But you're gonna be like, there's comedy, and it fits in right at the right points, and the kill scenes are
Yeah.
comical too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't have too much.
It's real bloody. It's a good
yeah,
movie.
it's gory.
Yeah.
You ever seen the story of Ricky O? Or Story of Ricky?
No, sir, I
I
haven't.
have not
That's
seen
another
that.
one you gotta watch. It's a martial arts film, but it's really gory.
Oh, maybe at some point, if you guys want to make a little list of stuff that I could check out. I haven't heard of any of these, and they sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Story of Ricky was made in what,
Yeah.
1990?
Early 90s. It's a Cat 3 Chinese. It's a Hong Kong action type
Yeah, I'm a
film.
big fan of those old.
But
But-
exploding
ones too.
heads.
There's exploding heads. There's a part where the guy his fist is so powerful, he punches the guy in the stomach and he rips out his stomach.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just and they show the bowels and stuff just coming out.
And-
It's
And how
like-
many
really?
times did
Wow.
Ricky get messed up?
and he gets healed the next
Yeah.
scene.
It was a manga too. It's like
Yeah.
it's based on a very ultra violent Japanese comic book.
Yeah, the story,
Okay.
the story of Rikio, or Rikio is the name of the manga, but the movie is called The Story of Ricky, and it's about this martial artist, or he's trying to get revenge for something. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's really gory and bloody, and he punches through people, things explode.
Wow.
And it's just the sniper shot with the red powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking, punching, and
You're like, honey,
Awesome.
no killing anybody on my new rug.
Yeah.
Don't get blood on the new rug. Only outside.
eyeballs popping out, like full practical effects. Like it's
Right.
awesome. Like I was like, oh, meat
So it's not
grinder.
just all CG stuff put in.
No,
it's
no,
actual
there's
practical
actually-
No,
effects.
it's all practical.
I don't think they have
Yeah.
any CGI in that movie.
No
I think
CGI.
China could afford CGI.
I mean, I like
90s.
the practical effects, you know. That's
Yes.
the way we grew up watching them,
They
you know,
need-
before all this
I'm-
high tech stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
which
glad
I
that
like.
they bring it back. I'm glad
I agree.
that J.J. Abrams brought that back into the new Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm glad he brought practical back, and it's kind of
Yeah.
uplifting.
Yeah.
That practical stuff.
I
And
agree.
you had CGI here and there when it fits.
Right.
Right.
George Lucas kind of took that a little way too far with the first three.
Mm-hmm.
What are you smiling at?
No, I'm just like trying to figure out how come you and my microphone sounds kind of like echoey.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. We'll figure it
Echo.
But since you guys mentioned Star Wars, what do you guys think of the Star Wars 7?
Well, Awaken? Force
Yeah.
Awakens? Awesome.
Yeah.
I dug it. J.J. Abrams again left it very mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Rey? Everybody's trying to figure out what's Rey's role. What is her role? Is she Luke's kid? Is she Han's and Leia's kid? And I made it. I voiced my opinion. I believe she is Luke, Han and Leia's daughter.
I believe it's Luke's daughter.
You think so?
Yeah, I've been on YouTube and I've seen a couple of interesting theories that I can kind of subscribe to. That
But
she.
who is Luke's mom? Oh wait, who is Luke's? See,
Well, Luke's
one theory is
lady.
that Captain Phasma. Some say the
I
theory
heard
is
that
Captain
rumor.
Phasma is,
Yes.
and that's the reason why she was like not harsh. You
And
okay,
they were
Tony?
tight at one time, and then they kind of had a parting of the ways for whatever reason.
Right.
And so Rey was put on that planet so that she would not be. See, I heard so many different things as to what it might be as far as who she is and how she's related, if related to Ben, which is Kylo Ren, right?
Right. But
So
if you
I
think
they're
about
cousins. I'm pretty sure. they're
here's
cousins.
my theory. Here's the reason why I believe that they're the twins, Hans and Leia's twins. Because when he tries to do his new Force mind control thing, it backfired.
She out mind forced him
Right,
on it.
and the only way you could do that is either by blood relation, and even if she was Luke, I mean Luke is powerful, but she had no way to tap into it, right? Or siblings. So I think that's the only reason I feel, and everybody's like, no, it can't because she can't be Han and Leia's kid. Why would at the end of the movie when she hugging Leia, it's only like they met for the first time as if you look at it again, Leia hugs her like a mother hugs a daughter that just lost her father.
Or an aunt.
Yeah, it could because she could be the niece. I still think it's Luke's daughter. I feel pretty confident that
Want to put a soda down on it?
I'll do
The
that.
the
I can do that.
Skywalkers are notorious for leaving their
A
kids on
monster.
other planets.
Yes, they are. They're bad parents.
I got a baby on every planet. It's
What
Mars
do you-
over there. I
what do
just
you
name
think
them after the planets, It's like Neptune.
You're Pluto today. What do you think about Kylo? Not Kylo, but who Smoke is?
Snoke, I heard that
Snoke, yeah, not Smoke.
I heard that a rumor that he is actually Palpatine. He survived from being thrown into the reactor by Vader. He used the remaining force power he had to shield himself, and that's why he's all disfigured from being thrown into there. But he survived it, and apparently Snoke, from what I understand, has the ability to put his soul, his life force into another being. That's why he was grooming Kylo. He was going to go into Kylo's body when he's fully forced, teaches him everything he can teach him.
Right.
Then he's going to put his self into it. He's kind of like a,
Force
like a
possession.
soul jump. Yeah, force possession. He will find someone younger
It's a
and
demon.
then
Oh God,
put
the
himself
story.
into it.
Wouldn't that just be amazing if you could do that?
But if it is Palpatine, that would be mind blowing.
Look
That'd
at
be a
that chick.
connection
She's
back to
super hot. I'm
Jedi,
gonna be in
Right.
her body.
Like,
That's interesting. Never thought of it.
and I'll be looking at
Palpatine.
myself in the mirror.
Yeah,
Because the canon,
they
the ca-
assume he's dead,
Right,
but
the-
he could have lived. He
some
was
of
a
the
very
sto-
powerful dark side Sith.
Right. He killed one of the most powerful Siths. Which
Right,
was Plagueis.
Plagueis. Right.
They said in the books that I used to read that he had clones of himself made,
I heard that as well.
and so when he
Because the clones
died,
were big in Clone Wars, obviously.
Yeah.
So clones were, and those were in the prequels. So
Yeah.
it stands to reason Palpatine, the one that got killed, that was there with Luke and Vader, could have been a clone,
clone,
of him.
yeah.
So that he didn't put himself in direct jeopardy,
Right.
just in case their plans didn't work
if
out.
you think about it, he got kind of killed in the pansy way. You know what I mean? Like he died thrown. The
Yeah.
real Palpatine would have fell for that.
no,
would've
and
been
he
no-
would have sensed it.
Right. Oh, I sensed the
he
good
would have
in
sensed
you.
the good
Yeah.
in Vader.
They're on a roll.
Yeah.
Are you guys not digging this? You guys want to have some alone time
Oh
there?
no.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so anyways, that's our Star Wars nerdy sci-fi talk. You guys go back to your horror gory stuff.
No, like we're almost done. I just want to real quick talk about the upcoming movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh yes, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
My biggest nightmare:
Her
Why?
biggest
getting
nightmare.
trapped underground
With John Goodman.
with John
John
Goodman.
Goodman. Come
It's like in a
on.
bad episode of Roseanne. I could just be like, Dan, come in the house. Like, it's like you're trapped. I'm like, oh God.
He plays
could you
a
imagine?
jerk though, right? In that movie, he kind of plays a jerk.
No, he's being a jerk because he's trying to protect everybody.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from the
He's
commercial, too,
paranoid.
is that, it starts out like maybe he's got her captive for some reason, but in actuality, he's saving her,
Saved
protecting
her.
her. Because he
Protecting her.
knows
So
something's
all crazy guys tell you.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, they have you locked
protecting
in
you.
the basement. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm saving you.
I take it you have
While you're
experience
chained to the
there,
wall.
Allie.
Just stay in this room. I'm protecting you. Now lay
says
down
that
quietly.
smile.
I'm gonna protect you some more. Like, no,
It puts the
no.
lotion on its
Yes, I'm putting
skin.
this on. I'm going to protect you. Yes.
You're like, no, John, no.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Okay, so tell me more stories. Tell me more about the 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's not.
I don't know anything about 10 Cloverfield Lane.
It's
All I
supposed-
know is
It's like a movie about preppers.
it's not supposed to be a sequel to Cloverfield.
No, it's a continuation.
It's supposed to be a continuation of something that happened after, I guess, the attack on New York. Something else happened. You know, I don't know where they are. I mean, Iowa.
And they're
something,
keeping it a
wherever
full
they are.
mystery. I mean,
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams
Yeah.
did that the first
That's what he
time.
does. Yeah.
And he's doing it again. And this one, he's throwing out baits of it's
The,
not.
the gimmick of when the first movie came out is, you know, they caught everybody with the trailer. They're like, oh, we gotta go see this movie.
Right.
There's an explosion in New York City and the
There's a
heads
head of-
rolling.
Oh, I don't want to watch that movie. My daughter's going to New York in 15 days, and I'm like, I don't want to watch New York explode.
What is she going to New York for?
For school.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Can I go?
Terrified.
Here we go. We're gonna go to the East Coast.
I'll go to
my
New
husband's
York
from
and
the
I'll meet my
Bronx, and
family
I
in
have never
Vegas.
have not been yet, so it'll be her first time.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad's from upstate, but
Forget
I've never
about it. From the
Nice.
Bronx.
I'm from New York also. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ah, New York. We're
Yeah,
all going
New
to New
York.
York.
Yeah, and I don't,
New
you know,
York,
this
New
whole
York.
New York exploding thing still wouldn't get me in a basement with John Goodman. Like, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, New
You'd rather
York
face the
exploded.
monster,
Yeah,
huh?
sure, sweetheart.
whatever.
I'll be at home doing
Here's
laundry.
my puppet hand.
Yeah,
He's got
come
cookies.
get in my basement.
Get in my basement.
You know.
You want to be here? There's no
I've got
secret
cookies.
there.
I got cookies.
There's no secret there.
But then again, it's almost kind of creepy because we know there's a lot of underground things happening. Like I just watched that series about Hitler, and I know there's like underground caves all over the place.
Oh.
So
Oh,
there
man.
might just be one that
You
you
never know.
somebody's living in, thinking the world's
Well, you know,
gonna explode.
I watch a
Still
lot
living
of.
in it after all
yeah,
these years.
yeah.
I watch a lot of mine, like guys at the metal detect,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot in Germany, especially. There's tons and tons of underground bases.
Yeah.
Like they'll find it, like, oh, what's this?
Yeah,
And
you
they
gotta
open it
watch
up.
that series about Hitler because he had a lot going on
Yeah,
underground.
There was a big like mini.
Hitler had a lot of stuff going on.
He had a lot of stuff going on.
He was busy.
He had a lot of stuff going down.
He's a real busy
Going
guy.
down.
He's a real busy guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, but
You
you know,
know?
back to that
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
Ten
You know, the first
Cloverfield.
movie.
The first one.
I didn't like it because you know
Oh,
that jerky
join the club.
camera,
Yeah.
that
Join the
Yeah,
club.
drives
that
me
Yeah.
crazy.
shaky homemade
Yeah, it's
thing.
kind of
Yeah.
like Blair Witch.
Yeah,
Right.
Blair
You know,
Witch.
that's right.
By the time you focus, the camera's moving so much. I got
Here's what I didn't like about it.
You know?
And a lot of format will agree,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the cast of Nerd Watch might agree. When J.J. Abrams said he was trying to make a kaiju movie, an American kaiju movie that was better than Godzilla or up to par, and he comes out and he reveals this because he kept it a secret
Right.
until the movie came out, and you see this fish-like, long-legged, ugly bastard of a kaiju
Bastard.
monster.
That bastard
It
from the water.
sucked. And I
With
was
his
like,
little
no.
termites. With his little termites
His
falling
little
off his
term- yeah.
back. Yeah.
Hard to believe that JJ did that. The guy who did the two Star
Well, he
Trek
produced
movies,
it. He
Star
didn't
Wars
direct it.
movie.
Yeah, he produced
He
it.
didn't direct it. He produced it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You know, I
I'm sure he had
imagine
some
people
say in
run
it.
out of ideas at some point.
They could have taken something like
They could have done
Bad
better with
Robot.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They could have even taken the 90 something Matthew Broderick Godzilla and
Yeah.
amped it up to be something different, and I would have accepted it. But this kaiju and I quote unquote kaiju, as he stated in the interview, was not kaiju. I mean, it was a monster. It was big, but it sucked doo doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Suck, dude.
Yeah, it sucked doo
I liked it. Oh, you see, I got this thing in my eyes where I can focus in on the shakiness. Like, okay, I can see it. I
I
can
don't
see
know.
it
The Blair
clearly
Witch
now.
scared me too. That movie scared me to death.
Did you
Scared
see
you?
Blair Witch Chicken
I
Project?
saw.
It's the whole
Chicken Project,
implied
no.
scares.
I literally
Yeah.
came out of the bathroom one night and my boyfriend was standing in the corner in the dark, like just like the whole house was
Oh, my
dark, and I was
God.
like, ah!
Was he peeing in the front of
Oh god.
So
I can't
we
do it.
made a
He's drunk.
movie called the Blair Chicken Watch Project.
Chicken watch.
Never heard of that.
Blair Witch Chicken
I'll,
Project.
I'll show her it. Yeah.
Yeah, he scared me
I'll
because
show
I
it to
couldn't
her.
find him, and then I
Don't
was
worry.
hunting for him, and
Don't worry, I'll show it to her.
Hey,
Oh, I bet
wanted
you
to,
will.
I wanted to ask you guys, what is each one of your scariest movie you've ever seen? Which movie scared you the most that you
Most?
still,
to this day,
to this day, the
well,
one movie that you've seen in your life that
I
you
can't
say the scariest?
It used to be
Pet
all
Cemetery for me.
Pet Cemetery?
Yeah.
well.
The Exorcist for me.
Exorcist?
Mine would have been Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
Dawn of the
that
Dead?
was a scary movie.
Back then, I hated zombies, but now I
Now
not
you
that-
love them.
No, it's not that I jumped I had to test my fear. You know, you
Right.
face your fear, so I finally watched.
You like met a zombie.
You love,
Yeah, it's like, hey, how
you
you
love
doing?
zombies.
Oh,
you
you're not
love
that scary.
zombies now, even though you're behind by 4 seasons of
The Walking
The
Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I started doing this before, so I rewatched Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living, Return of the Living. And I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. I see where the practical is, and
Yeah.
I took my mindset out of just being in the movie. I took it outside.
We got a minute left.
We got a minute? Oh,
Yeah.
it's time for shout-outs. But
Type of shadow.
I just wanted to say that for me, my scariest movie I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot, believe it or not, is the original Grudge. The
Oh.
Grudge.
Oh, The Grudge.
That
Ju-on.
girl scared the hell out of me.
Oh,
Came
yeah.
down the stairs with the shower curtain.
Yes.
Oh man, I almost jumped out of my skin.
Yeah, that is scary.
I wasn't expecting it to be that scary. I figured,
Yeah.
I've seen so many movies, it's nothing.
All right.
Scared the.
It's that time for shout-outs. So,
Time for shout-outs.
ladies first.
I'm going to give a shout out to Decine Air Conditioning today.
Nice.
808-276-2319. If you get hot, try not. You know, just call Keith.
Oh, wow. That's a great tagline.
Yeah, call Keith. Yeah.
Bruce?
I kind of have a dual shout out if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to the Nerd Watch crew next door.
Yeah,
333
always.
Derry Road. They're awesome. I'm really happy to be a part of that as well. And a shout out to my partner and other half, Michelle,
Aw.
who Omniverse
Let's
would
give
not
her a round of
exist.
applause. Because
Omniverse
wives
would
are
not
amazing.
exist without
That's
Michelle.
right.
you
Let's
go.
just remind you
Mr.
that you
Midnight?
would not exist without your wife.
Big shout out to the Dorkening for this week's intro. To everybody from Killer Rack. Hey, flesh-eating boobies.
Sounds good to me.
Hawaii Trendsetters.
Of course. Swagalicious, baby.
And,
Conversion.
yo, Maui Comics and Collectibles. Dude, let's make this Maui's Nerd Central.
Sounds
Yep.
good to me.
And
know.
my shout, you done?
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
go ahead.
My shout outs to my good friend Mark. I can't pronounce his last name. Man.
Oh,
Okay.
Works at the theaters. Thanks for the hookup, brother, and thanks for helping me coach. But anyways, yeah, that's mine.
There you go. So, like we do every time at the end of our show, everybody, peace, shaka, dig your Hana bottle. We are out.